Gary Logan, thank you so much for talking to Bayloric TV.
Not a problem.
Okay, I've got to start by a strange angle and start with. Somebody said on my Twitter feed, is that Ingram on Box Nation? I said, no, it's not Ingram, it's Gary Logan. So somebody said that we looked alike and we sounded alike. Maybe just because we're both black. What do you think?
You know, some people think all blacks look alike. And we don't.
Anyway, so, big fights. First one, let's talk about Saunders and Eubank Jr.
It's the one everyone's talking about.
It is, but you know, it's a funny one. 20 years ago, Nigel Benn fought Chris Eubank, the unknown Chris Eubank, and he caused a huge upset. 20 years on, Eubank Jr. stepping through the ropes, the complete unknown, against Billy Joe Saunders, British Commonwealth and European champion. Established versus unknown. But everyone in the trade that speaks of him says he's something quality.
Yeah, there is a quality about him. The problem is that we've seen that. He's got quality punches. He's got a quality repertoire of punches, but we haven't seen it against anybody.
Right.
And this is a huge step up for him. This is just not a This is not a little step up. It's a huge step up. He hasn't done this on levels. He's gone up a massive level going in there with Billy Joe. Billy Joe is by far and away the best boxer he would have faced in his career. The best boxer who's going to present to him a lot of problems. The other guys, I can honestly say, if you look at his resume and look at the guys that he's fought, none of them have had a bit between their teeth where they thought, I'm actually coming in there against Eubank to win this fight. And now he's not only got an opponent that's willing to do that, but he's got the opponent with the technical tools to do that. But on the other hand, let's play devil's advocate here. If Billy goes in there and thinks he can have a fight with this kid, he will get found out.
Yes.
He cannot have a fight. He's got to technically dismantle him, because I've seen Chris Eubank Jr. People get into rows with him in the gym and they find that they can't easily get their way out of a row. Because he's very good at staying on top of you if you choose to engage him. I hope I'm not wrong, and I hope that they haven't taken this fight too soon, and that it's going to possibly ruin him. You know, it could well do that. It's because it's such a huge step up. Are they banking on the fact that Billy Joe is not a noted puncher, and they think that, oh well, worse ways, if my son does lose, or if Eubank Jr. does lose, he only loses on points, and then he's learned. But I can't see Chris Senior thinking that way. I mean, he's already come out with a statement about him being as good as Golovkin, or he'll beat Golovkin. You know.
See, there's a lot of things about this fight I've thought about, put together, and thought, well, when this fight was announced, and like I said, I had some experience down in Brighton and spending some time with the Eubanks. Chris Eubank Senior would never allow his son to be humiliated. And I said it on YouTube, and people laughed at me and said, Eubank would sit there and watch his son get beaten the crap out of, right, before sticking him in the ring against Billy Joe Saunders. So he knows what his son can take and what his son cannot take. And I also said that he would have seen Billy Joe Saunders, and he would have said to Billy, because Billy Joe Saunders said, you're running from me. Eubank said, no, we're running to you. Now when Eubank said that, I thought, you're running to him, you've seen something. Something you've obviously seen. And there are things like Billy Joe Saunders, very good fighter when he's doing what he wants to do. But I've seen him in rows, and he's not got the better of those rows. I've seen him being bullied against the ropes. Nick Blackwell fight, let's remember that. He also, when he does defensively, he seems to lean forward when he blocks, he falls forward, and his chin is out. And the one thing you don't want to do against someone like Chris Eubank Jr. is the uppercut.
Those uppercuts up.
That's the punch I see is the crucial. And even when Saunders could be on top of Eubank in this fight, one of those uppercuts could end the fight.
Well, what I would say with that is that, who have we seen Eubanks? You see, there's so many. I've got to go with what's proven, not just on talent alone.
Right.
Technically, what the shots that Eubanks throws, are very good professional shots. But we've not seen them thrown against established pros. This is the first time he will go in there with an established pro.
Okay.
And so you're saying about the uppercut? Number one, he's got to land it first. He's got to get the opportunity to land it, and once he lands it, then we've got to see what we call the Eubank roll, where I've seen it in gyms where he just gets on top. It's just this is such a great fight, because I'm just wondering if he can do it. If he can do it, then he's the next big sensation in British boxing, and we all need another one of those. No slight on Billy.
Yeah.
You know, I love watching Billy box from a technical aspect.
Yes.
But this other kid, you know, because of his dad, because of his background, because of the way that he's projected himself, he has got the potential to be a star.
Absolutely.
So, but if I'm a betting man, I've got 20 quid left. It's my last 20 quid.
You're going for Saunders?
I've got to go with Saunders because he's proven it time and time again.
Let me throw this out at you now. Experience, we all know, is only effective if you can use it.
Yeah.
Name me one fight Billy Joe Saunders has fought a guy with the unorthodox style of Chris Eubank Jr., who's as powerful and as strong as Chris Eubank Jr.
Nobody.
So then where's the experience?
Nobody.
It's a new experience for Billy Joe Saunders.
It's a new experience.
So then that experience that he's got is minus.
But then what I'm talking about, you're talking about a kid that he boxed at a high level of amateur level.
We're talking amateur. We're talking amateur and pros.
But what I'm saying is he's encountered different styles. Not everybody was a stand-up style.
I agree.
He's boxed he's probably come across at least a handful of pro-styled amateurs, especially the Russian boys.
Yes.
Especially Russian boys. Those boys, that's why they're coming through really quickly, because they're already pro-styled by the time they go pro.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So he's encountered many of these styles already. There's so many intangibles. Eubanks hasn't done the rounds. He hasn't done a 10-rounder. He hasn't done 10 rounds against good level competition, and that's the only. If he had done it, if he had done this thing gradually, I would have given him a chance. More than a 70% chance, because I think he has got the goods.
But if you'd seen more of him, you'd be less likely to take the fight against him, isn't it? Because let's put it this way: if you saw this Chris Eubank Jr. knocking everybody out and good fighters, you'd say, "We don't want any of that."
But he hasn't done that.
Right. So that's a ploy, isn't it? Not.
I don't think it's a ploy.
You don't think it's a ploy?
He's got that nature about him. If you're there to be knocked out, he'll try and knock you out. I don't think he's a single hitter. I think he's a drum roll fighter.
Yeah.
One shot will hurt you, leading to another one, leading to another one, and then it's the final fourth or fifth shot that does you.
Yeah.
He's not. He can't just walk up to you and whack it and drop it. He won't drop Billy with just one shot. It will be it would be a combination. It would be like hitting Billy with a right and then maybe wobbling in and then catching him with a second shot. But on the other hand, I would say for sure, and I know for sure, having watched Billy over the years, when he fought Blackwell, he looked like he'd been dragging at the weight. Same with John Ryder, because they didn't present a challenge.
Right.
Yeah, I equate this to the David Hay going in against Chisora. It had been called on, and David wasn't. And normally against somebody, and no disrespect to Derek, Derek didn't frighten David.
Right.
The possibility of losing to Derek frightened David.
Right.
Derek didn't frighten him. Now, with Billy Joe, the possibility of losing to Eubanks frightens him.
Yep.
So you can see it in his body. I've never seen in his body in that shape.
But could he have overtrained?
That's another question. I've asked myself all these questions. Did he hit weight too soon?
No, another thing.
Is it the first time? Is it because this is the first time that he's pushed his body that hard? How would his body react? I saw that with the great Cuban that beat David Solis. He beat Solis in the World Championship final. As soon as Solis turned pro, got a bag of money, never trained hard again.
Right.
Put on about 40 pounds in weight. The one time he starts pushing his body for the Vitaly Klitschko fight, his body breaks down on him.
On that note, Tony Thompson and him are fighting again, by the way.
And Solis.
Yeah, the fight for second fight.
Solis comes in anywhere near the weight or shape he has been, Thompson beat him again. Okay. If Solis can suddenly dip into that well of actually working hard and know what it is to work hard, because I know kids that know the kid. And he's never trained hard a day since. He's skipped runs, skipped gym sessions. He's just the best, laziest heavyweight on the planet.
Mike Perez? Is he up there with that?
Another one.
We'll come back to him in a minute. We'll come back to him in a minute. We'll come back to him in a minute. So the Eubank Jr.
I'm still going Billy Joe.
I'm still going Billy Joe.
But if
I like Billy Joe as well, you know. I love Billy Joe. But
if Eubank's got the X factor because of his dad, it's really a horrible thing to say. But should he win, it will add another jolt to British boxing. Should he win? It would be a jolt, because we've got another star. You know, someone that's just a bit outside the box, just like his dad was. I just hope then that should they win, that the dad doesn't talk about making banal matches like a Peter Quillen or someone that he's not ready for, because styles make fights, and just because he beats Billy Joe doesn't mean he's elite world class. No. He'll be world class because Billy Joe's got world ranking, but he won't be elite, and they've got to be careful about that.
The R word, I asked Billy Joe Saunders about it, retire. I said, Billy, you're setting yourself up for a fall here. You see, you keep saying you're going to retire. What happens if you find yourself in a situation where you're getting unstuck in a fight and the R word comes up and you try and do something you wouldn't normally do because of the R word?
Well, the only way he becomes unstuck is if his boxing isn't working for him. Two ways he gets unstuck.
Yeah.
He has a fight and he'll get unstuck, or he boxes and he still comes unstuck. If that happens, then it's all over for him. And then, should he lose, then he's got to reassess. Retire? Nah. Bishmaya. He can't retire.
It's not going to happen.
Retire. It's not going to happen. Ali said that if should he lose to Joe Frazier in the first fight, I will retire. He didn't retire. And Billy Joe ain't going to retire, man. Because this is their lifeblood. This is what they do.
I looked Billy Joe in the eye. He said, I'm going to stand there and have a trade-off with him. I looked him in the eye and said, you're serious? He said, I'm dead serious. And there was hardly anyone in the gym that was silent. So I'm going to have a tear. It was no need to promote it. It was like, I
think he wants to. Jimmy will not let him. I think he wants to. Jimmy will not let him. Jimmy Tibbs is one of the best cornermen this country has ever produced.
Yes,
and he will not let him.
But when you say that, you're forgetting Ronnie Davis. And Ronnie Davis is 5-0 up, I believe, against Jimmy Tibbs.
Yeah.
And Jimmy Tibbs, according to Ronnie Davis, yes,
with one fighter.
All his fighters get knocked out with the back against the ropes.
With one fighter. He's 5-0 up against him with one fighter, is that right?
I believe so.
Yeah. Chris Eubanks. That's not bad to be 5-0. You know, Ray Alcel, one of the greatest trainers of all time, was something like 17-0 against Joe Louis. Fighters that he was assistant cornerman to or chief cornerman to. Does that mean Ray Alcel wasn't a good trainer? Or he didn't have the product? He just didn't have anybody as elite as one of the best heavyweights in history. That's all it is. And Chris Eubank, you know, technically one of the best British, one of the best middles and super middleweights this country's produced, because he beat Nigel Benn. He's up there as well. So, no, you know, we can talk about this. Listen,
absolutely.
In less than 24 hours, it goes on, mate, or just a bit more than 24 hours, it goes on. It goes on, and we'll be salivating.
The heavyweight division, Chisora,
yes,
Fury.
Let's not forget about those.
Let's talk about those two. I talked to Fury, and he knows. I know. I don't get involved in all the smack talk. I say, listen, history tells us, and she doesn't lie, you don't do well against small guys. You get dropped by the overhand right. Did it against Pychek, did it against Cunningham. You got dropped by a cruiserweight. It's it's a heavyweight. No, as far as I'm concerned, that's a cruiserweight that got dropped to you, right? Not a bona fide heavyweight. So that's a cruiserweight moving up. If Derek Chisora nails you this time on the chin, what's to say you're going to get up? You box your left hand very low by your side, okay? And you know, you don't stick to a game plan. He says, no, I don't stick to a game plan. That's true. But nor does he.
No, they don't. They're both...
So what are your thoughts on this?
They're two of the most... They're just... they're two characters.
They are.
They're two characters. And I think Tyson's a better boxer.
Okay.
Derek has been the better campaigner.
Right.
That's different.
Yes.
Derek's been active.
Right.
Derek's been active, and he's another one. He gets a drum roll going. You give him momentum. If Derek gets, put it this way, if Derek gets the momentum early in the fight, there's only one winner. If Tyson comes out and boxes him, and Derek just can't find a way through, I don't think he will find a way through.
Right.
This is an early rounds. The early rounds of this fight will dictate.
Right.
There's no other way. So Derek comes in as a round and is successful doing it because he can't box. Like his jab's not been around. He doesn't jab. Derek doesn't do jab.
I actually rate Derek's left jab to the body. Against Hellenius, that was the key punch for him. Set everything off the jab.
But this kid's a lot better than Hellenius.
You think so?
Oh yeah, he's a lot better than Hellenius.
I think Hellenius punches harder than Fury.
Maybe. That's a good argument. But as a boxer,
who's got a better chin?
Fury's improving.
Hellenius? Now, Hellenius or Fury? Who's got a better chin?
Hellenius. Hellenius.
If Hellenius was in the ring that night that Derek fought,
but you know what? Styles make fights, man. You know, and Ali gets dropped by Joe Frazier.
Yeah.
Gets his jaw broke by Ken Norton.
Yep.
George Foreman walks in there and destroys the both of them. My dad, I'll never forget it. My dad told me that he was absolutely crying because he thought Ali was going to get destroyed by Foreman. Styles make fights, so let's not base it on what's happened before. Let's just base it on the here and now. What does hurt Tyson in this fight is that he has been inactive. Derek has been active, so Derek's got a lot of momentum going into the fight. Betting man, got to go. Betting man, I'd go Fury. But something tells me Derek's going to shock the world. Something tells me Derek's going to shock the world. He hasn't come. I can just see his attitude. He ain't come to lose. He's certainly not come to lose. He's way better shape than when they first boxed before.
Absolutely.
Tyson, for his sake, has got to hope that he has improved. He has to hope that he has improved, that the inactivity hasn't hurt. And it does tend to affect people when they've been inactive. It does tend to.
A slow start from Fury, a fast start from Chisora.
Oh wow, then we've got a fight. That's what the fight needs. If Tyson gets into that rhythm quickly like he did with the Martin Rogan, it's going to go one way. If it doesn't, then wow, we've got a great fight. So it's all about Derek. What does Derek bring to the table? I know Charles has got him ready to go. So,
absolutely. Gary Logan, thank you so much for talking to BWTV.
Love talking boxing.
Appreciate it.